Hello and welcome to the Powerboost meditation. Today, let us experiment with the theme Become Hurt Proof. Become hurt proof. Often during our day-to-day lives, we feel hurt by some comments, hurt by some situations. It's a very common feeling. And what it does really is, the moment I feel hurt, I stop resonating with the frequency, the vibration of the soul. Then suddenly I start taking things seriously, and suddenly I begin to create sorrow for my own self. And in the spiritual journey, it is important to realize that the soul can never get hurt. It is only the ego that gets hurt. The soul belongs to the metaphysical dimension. The soul is full. The soul is child of the divine. The soul is never hurt. It's only the ego that feels hurt. It's like when the soul comes into the world of role, this ego around the role, the more I am carrying that ego layer around me, I'm prone to feeling hurt. And the more I disassociate myself with that ego layer around me, then no matter whatever the scene is, it's very easy to stay detached, and it's very easy to maintain good wishes and pure feelings towards everyone. Then I don't mix the soul and the role. And whilst playing the role, I'm easily able to stay soul conscious. And so any feeling of hurt or any difference in opinion or something that maybe didn't go the way according to what I had thought about, then rather than feeling hurt by that comment or a situation, in soul consciousness, then I take it as a means for me to learn and grow spiritually. So then there is no feeling of hurt. The soul is hurt proof. But any difference in opinion is then taken as means to learn and grow, to make effort internally. So it's like there is nothing like someone has hurt me, but the reality is that the more I've come into ego consciousness, I create my own hurt. And then the more I blame someone else for it, the more I fall more into ego consciousness. And so the trick really is to identify in that very moment that this is ego-based. And so I just take a moment and instantly drop that ego. And so the effort is really to go within and be more and more egoless. And the more I drop the ego, the more there is no influence of that situation, that scene on the soul. And so just like, we have devices or things that are waterproof or, oil proof, whatever, it's in the same way. It's like whilst coming into the role, when I stay in this clarity, when I've created this protective shield of the soul consciousness around me, then the soul is hurt proof. And then there is no more fluctuation in the stage. And when the soul is hurt-proof, the soul is cheerful. There is nothing that can take the happiness away. And the soul can experience unconditional happiness, even in a scene of loss, even in a scene of defeat. The soul is happy because the soul is growing. The soul is learning more and more to be soul conscious. And so then this life, every scene becomes a means for the soul to stay in that happiness. So let us experiment with this consciousness, the consciousness of being hurt-proof. As we sit relaxed and take a moment to go within, I realize that as I go within, piercing through the various layers of ego around the role, ego around the actions, ego around the belongings, positions. I pierce through all those layers of ego to go within, to look at the diamond within. I realize that the soul that I am, the inner being, the diamond that I am, is perfect. It can never feel hurt. It's only when I choose to operate from the outer ego consciousness that I create hurt for the self and then feel a victim of external situations, opinions around me. The choice is very easy, is to go within. When I go within, I come in touch with the pure presence of the soul. The energy that is completely innocent, wise, completely pure. As I come in touch with this energy, I naturally feel a sense of detachment from the role world, the story world, the external world. The soul does not belong to the role world. The soul is pulled into the dimension of silence, the dimension of stillness. Above and beyond the world of drama, into the silence of the being. This is where the truth lies, in being myself. I drop all the layers of the ego come into the presence of the One who is egoless, the Divine who always stays in the truth. There's no ego, no illusion. That can come, that can touch the Divine. And I, the being, the eternal being, experience the company of the Divine, being who is egoless. In the presence of the Divine, everything external melts away. Emerging the pure silence from within the soul. In this moment, I feel completely loved by God. I rise in this experience of divine love. I rise above the clouds of ego to the stillness of the true love of the Divine. This divine love becomes a protective shield all around me. It makes me hurt-proof. Nothing of the story world matters. The soul is untouched by the story world. I experience being held in this security of the divine presence. Nothing else exists but just the one, my eternal companion. Silence permeates through the being. Emerging the best from within. From the core of the inner being emerge these feelings of good wishes towards every soul. as I gently return back into the real world, I carry with me this protective shield of this divine love that makes me hurt proof, and that allows me to share God's love with everyone. Om Shanti. Thank you.